reasons why you've been declined for a mortgage or you've not been able to get one in the past. These are reasons that have personally affected me in the past, and they've stopped me from actually getting a mortgage and starting my property investing journey. My first reason is having a poor credit history. I've done videos on this in the past on how to boost your credit history if your credit isn't looking too great, but yeah, please make sure that you download your credit file, check what's on there. You can check the credit Experian, you can look on ClearScore, you can also look on Equifax. Just have a look and see what information is on there, watch that video, and there's some tips and tricks on how to boost your credit score if it isn't the best. But also make sure that there's no wrong information on there and everything's all up to date on your credit file. Having a poor credit history, that can really affect your chances of getting a mortgage. And another big reason for being declined is not being registered to vote. So here in the UK, you need to be registered to vote. A lot of lenders will look on that. They'll want to check this against where you currently live, just to make sure all of your details for your current address are correct. So make sure that you are registered to vote. You can do this, it's really quick and easy to do this if you haven't done this already. You can look on your local council website to look on that, or the electoral commission, but make sure that your details are up to date and you are registered to vote. And another reason is having too many credit applications in a short period of time show up on your actual credit file. Most of you probably know this already, but when you do, every single time that you do make a new credit application, say you go for a new credit card, or you want to take out a new credit loan, or even car insurance or any other type of insurance, sometimes there is a credit history or a footprint left on your credit file. So if you do this too many times in a short period of time, quickly rack up a lot of applications being registered against your name on your credit file. Now, lenders will see this, and that might bring up red flags for them, and it may suggest to them that you're having money problems or you're trying to find a lot of credit all in one go. Responsible lenders may see this, and that part of their criteria for you to pass on their side for credit or for funding, or in this case a mortgage, that might bring up red flags for them. So it might suggest to them that you're actually having money problems. Really bear this in mind. If you know that you're going to be going for a mortgage funding, please make sure that you haven't got too many credit applications racked up on your file already, and don't go for too many unnecessary forms of credit, and make sure you check what type of credit that's there. Make sure you understand and you know if anything like this it's going to be on your file, you know how it's going to affect your actual credit file. So for example, if you're going to purchase something and then you get to checkout and it says that you could pay this over, I think there's special ways to pay where you could pay it over in 3 installments, for example. Make sure you check the terms and conditions of that and see how that's going to affect and show up on your credit file before you go for that, because some people might not know that it leaves some sort of footprint on your credit file as well. That actually leads me on to my next point as well. Having too much debt on your credit file already. If you've racked up quite a lot of debt before you're going to be going for some sort of mortgage funding, lenders again might see this as a red flag, and they might be less likely to offer you the credit. They might be less likely to offer you the mortgage funding. So just make sure you just download your credit file, just have a look at what's already on there, just make sure, or you can speak to a few experts on this. I've got a really good mortgage advisor or mortgage broker, and I'll leave her details in the description box below, but you can speak to people like a mortgage broker and just say, look, this is my current situation, this is how much debt I've got at the minute. How will lenders see me with that? Because obviously they deal with this day in, day out. They're doing applications on behalf of clients all the time with certain criteria, and they might have the same similar situation as you, and they can advise you really well on what you can do and what type of mortgage funding to go for. Just make sure you speak to experts about this if you are worried. Another thing that may stop you from being able to access mortgage funding would be having payday loans on your account as well on your credit file. So for example, if you've had a payday loan within the last 6 years, even if you paid that payday loan off, it will still be registered on your credit file. And again, lenders might look at this and they might look at you less favourably to go for and actually go through and get funding with them. Be careful and stay away from those payday loans. And lenders, again, they they might see a payday loan on your credit file. Again, even if you have paid it off within the last 6 years, they may also see this as you maybe not managing your money as well as you could do. So again, they would look at this less favourably. So yeah, make sure you stay away from those payday loans if you want to access mortgage funding. And also make sure that you know your credit file inside out. As I've said before, this is another thing. You might have a mistake on there or something on there that's stopping you from getting access to that funding. And if you request the information from the lender, they may just refer you back to your credit file and say that there's some sort of error or there's something on your credit file. So make sure you know that inside out, because there might be a mistake on there that you can go back and challenge them against and say, well, no, this is wrong, and then make sure that you can get that mistake rectified on your credit file. Yeah, so they may not provide you with a specific reason as to why you've not passed their checks or what's on your credit file, but in this case you can always request which credit agent that they've gone through. Then once you know that, then you can again download that and check and see what's on there from the specific credit agency that they have used to assess you to see whether you can pass for their credit or not. Yeah, and another factor is unfortunately not earning quite enough. I mean, in this case, again, you can always speak to a really good mortgage advisor who can advise you and say, if you, for example, if you work part-time, you're on a part-time income, maybe they can suggest a mortgage product or a mortgage lender that will specifically lend to you in those circumstances. Or you could ask for a smaller mortgage, maybe that would be a way around that as well. But again, speak to an expert. As I said, my mortgage advisor's details are in the description box below. You can always contact her if you've got any queries over that. And another reason might be because you don't match the lender's actual criteria or profile. This could be multiple reasons as well. Maybe you've not saved up a high enough deposit. I know on the buy-to-lets and the mortgages that I've gone for, it's been 25% deposit and sometimes even higher than that as well. So it might be that you don't meet their criteria, but again, an experienced mortgage advisor can tell you and literally suggest products that fit your specific circumstances. They've tested the market, they've got access to a wide range of lenders, they also know their underwriting criteria, and they've got access to a lot of mortgage products out there. They literally know the suitability from various different lenders. So yeah, knowing a really good mortgage broker is really key. And there's various other reasons as well. Maybe you're self-employed, maybe you've lived in the UK for less than 3 years. And again, if you are self-employed, you might have to prove you've got work lined up for X amount of time just to show them. And if you've lived in the UK for less than 3 years, you might have to show all of your paperwork and work visas, which ultimately proves that you can live and work in the UK. But yeah, there's various different things you can do if you have had a mortgage declined. As I said, if you do go to an experienced mortgage broker and speak to them, or a financial advisor, just talk to them and then just find out what your options are from there. And as I said, quick disclaimer, I'm not an expert in it. There's reasons that have personally affected me, and that's why I've not been able to start my property investment journey a lot sooner. So yeah, I hope you liked the video, guys, and watch this video next if you are wondering what type of property to invest in the UK. Thanks. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.